You got to know where to hold 'em, know where to fold 'em, know where to walk away, and know where to run. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Hey, people. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you never heard a sound to the rubber band. Start the jam. A loot doo 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 doo. A loot doo 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 doo. Rubber band man, rubber band man. Y'all get down. All get down, sugar. Ha ha. Root doo 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 doo. All help me get away. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Hey, people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And how do you do? Hi, Princess A. Mocha Drop. Jenny. Gina. Is it Jenna? Jenna. Dog Liquor. How you doing, Dog Liquor Cam? Blue skies. Sunshine, blue skies, please go away. My girl done found another and gone away. Listen, okay, let me try to control myself. I seem to be in a singing mood. Hi, Wild Seed. I am Miss Red. Pretty things. How y'all today? Chocolate Rose. Karma Cartel. Hi, Sherry Morrison. Nicole Reloaded. Hi, everybody. Good morning to you guys. Listen, I'm sure y'all know what an epiphany is, right? An epiphany is a sudden knowing, correct? Hold on. An epiphany is that I wrote a book called The Epiphany. These were supernatural beings falling to the earth to guide us. They were spiritual guides. They would tell us stuff. And we would forget about we met them, but we would still remember the message, right? We were being guided by these guides. I had an epiphany this morning, right? People have epiphanies all the time. Now, I'm not sure, to be honest, if I dreamed this or if this is just something that popped into my head this morning. But there's always been something troubling to me about the story of Jay Wilson and that check, right? So, yes, I'm going to talk about him some more. The nigga decided to disrespect me. I might talk about him for the rest of my life. So get ready. My epiphany told me, oh, this is like what I used to experience in high school. You know, high school kids, everybody, at least at that time, we all hung out at the mall. Everybody worked, everybody shopped at the mall, you know, kids. And we ate at the mall. They had little shops in the basement of the mall. And a lot of the kids would work at the mall, right? And on more than one occasion in high school, we would have a situation where one of the kids in school was busted at the mall. Not busted going in shoplifting. I'm sure they did that too, but that's not why they were busted. They were busted because they got jobs in the mall, right? And they would have their friends come into the mall. I know over here on YouTube, everybody's holy, everybody never did nothing. But they would have their friends come into the mall. And the security would watch this because loss prevention is not only watching for shoplifters, people coming from the outside stealing or returning merchandise, right? They're not only watching for them, they're also watching their employees. That's why many times you will find directly over the register a camera or in close proximity. They're not only watching the customer, they're also watching the employee. The camera is on the register, correct? So as I can recall, several times in school, these kids would get jobs in these malls and security will become aware of. They seem to have a lot of young people shopping at their register. Generally speaking, young people, their parents have to buy their clothes still because they don't really have the funds to be buying massive amounts of clothing, expensive clothing. But they would go in these stores like Nordstrom somewhere, and then how are they buying all of these clothes? So what they discovered was these people were having their friends come in. This is on more than one occasion that I'm aware of. They would have their friends come in, and they would ring up, let's say, $20 on the register. But actually, they would carry out of the store $300 worth of merchandise, right? Because it was an inside job, correct? They were working in cahoots together. They pretended not to know each other. This is just a customer. But when they rang it up, they would only ring up 20, 30 bucks. And that's what the people would pay them. So they showed them paying something, right? But they had the receipt because the person behind the register was in on it, right? So this is what I believe what we experienced a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago. We'll have to say allegedly because we don't have facts to back this up. But it's interesting that I'll wake up with this epiphany. That's how he did it. Because you would have to ask yourself, people, even like school teachers or people who don't traditionally make a tremendous amount of money, but still go to Vegas and take their regular vacations and so forth, they would never be in a position where they're able to go and rent luxury suites on the strip for 2 people, right? It's just not the norm. Most people rent regular hotel rooms. That's what 90% of Vegas is, right? This boy was filming from a suite that even the people who are performing in the hotel don't even have. This high-end designer suite that he, as an unemployed, a temporary chaplain, has decided to go on this vacation, even though he is currently unemployed, right? And you would say, well, wouldn't that be the first thing I would cancel? Even if I had by hook or crook come into a situation where I could rent a suite of, why would I even need a suite of rooms? If just me and this fool I'm trying to impress, why would I need a suite of rooms? Why do I need whole kitchens and whole big rooms and all this kind of stuff, right? And what occurred to me this morning when I woke up was, oh, that's what it was. See, I had it partially right. I knew it was a scam. I smelled the scam. I smelled the scam when she got off the elevator, right? When she went up in that room, saying, "Oh, the room wasn't chilly" and all this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm making demands, and I went down. I told them that the room wasn't. I had to remember this whole damn thing now. He said the living room was not warm, even though it was 120 degrees outside, and he's got the drapes pulled all the way open, and then the air conditioner doesn't come on until you walk into the room. So it always take a bit of time for the room to cool off anyway, right? But he says, no, this room is not chilly. He said the other room is fine, but this room right here is not chilly. It ain't bad, but it ain't chilly, right? This is when he went down to the counter. So at checkout time, according to him, he said he went, pay attention, Columbo enthusiasts. He said he went down to the checkout and informed these people that since his air conditioner wasn't right and he had called to complain several times, that they said, oh, well, we'll comp you according to him, we'll comp you a day off your room. You're only there 3 days, so we comping you a third off of it, right? Oh, no, I don't. So we start making all these demands, right? About how he wants the whole room comped. He don't want to pay anything. He wants a receipt printed out showing zero balance. He wants to be refunded his deposit on the room. And not only that, he's demanding now, he wants $300 worth of food vouchers to spend in the hotel whenever he comes back to the hotel. He wants the room to reflect that he had stayed in that hotel, even though he didn't pay anything. And he's dumb enough to come on here bragging about it, right? Here's the thing I'm thinking now. That hotel is about to close. It has been bought out by this Hard Rock, one of these companies, and they're going to tear that hotel down and rebuild another hotel in that place, right? So all the employees are on notice now. Maybe some of them get hired by the new hotel, and maybe some of them won't. We don't know. But what we know is that hotel is coming to a close. When he went down there, he said, I saw this black guy. So I asked him, I'm suggesting allegedly that you didn't just see a black guy, Jay Wilson. Why you got to come tell us he's black? What the fuck is the significance there? You went to that guy because you know that guy. I don't know if that's one of your brothers. I don't know if it's somebody you knew from college. Somebody you knew worked for that hotel. It just seems so clear to me. It has to be real. There's no way I could just think it up. You did like those kids did in high school, right? They had their friends come in. So somebody that worked at that hotel told you to reserve this luxury suite in Las Vegas. You didn't just come up with the idea, I'm going to go spend thousands of dollars in Las Vegas, even though I don't have a job, even though I don't even have a temporary job. No. Somebody contacted you and told you the hotel is closing. Here's what you do, right? Because there's no way any sane person is going to be down at a checkout after they done used the room up for whatever the agreed upon time was, the 3 days. Now, you had been different if you had checked out and said, I'm not paying for that room, I'm leaving. No, you stayed for the whole stay. And you're going to come down to the checkout with your list of demands far exceeding even what you owe. You did that because you were speaking to your friend, your cousin, your brother, your sister's husband, someone that you knew. Because anybody else, and I should have caught it, and I'm so ashamed, because some of y'all in my chat told me, they said, wait a minute, I work for the airline industry, or I work for the hotel industry. A hotel is not going to comp him 3 days for this lame band excuse he talking about the room ain't chilly. Nobody's going to do that. Certainly nobody's going to comp him the entire trip, 3 days, right? Probably in excess $2,500, $3,000. They're not going to comp him that and then give him $300 worth of food and then make the record reflect that he has got points for staying at that hotel so he can use those points to check into another hotel for an additional ripoff. No one is going to do all that because the room is not chilly. And I should have picked it up right then. But God wasn't ready. God blocked it. He said, I'm not ready to go. This morning it came to me, oh, yes. The only reason why they would comp him all this stuff and give him all this stuff, right? And he leave with a receipt reflecting that he paid $0. And what if you paid a deposit, it was automatically credited, probably credited back to his account before it was even taken out of his account. It was just a money that was held on his credit card. But since it's never going to happen, girl, they just recredited it back, right? Somebody had to know. Somebody like this black person you just saw at random. Was that your brother? Jay Wilson. Was that somebody that you knew who worked for that hotel, who was comping you all this stuff? Because you see, now you can get this person fired, but I guess they figure, well, hell, I'm leaving anyway, right? If the hotel's been taken care of, but they could still fuck with his next assignment, his or her next assignment, if they caught on to this scam. They didn't realize what a piece of shit you were and how dumb you were. You were going to come on YouTube bragging about how you got all this stuff from their hotel for free, right? Because if they did it for him, they probably did it for others. So how many thousands of dollars are they out now because this person has been working with outsiders to come in and steal our stuff, steal our accommodation, right? And I believe that's it. Let me tell you one story. You know I love my stories. Hold on, man. People, y'all know I used to be a booster, right? Used to be a thief, drug dealer, drug addict, all this shit, right? Many, many years ago. 20, 30 years ago, I used to do all those things, right? But when I got clean 20 years ago, I already understood. I don't steal nothing. I was happy about it, girl. I don't have to live like that no more. I ain't got to worry about nobody coming behind me. I ain't got to go out the store with my bags and go waiting room when the time I got to hit it and all this kind of stuff, right? But I knew that I would not be able to maintain my sobriety if I continue to be a crook, right? So y'all see all this shit I got in my apartment, right? All this, there is not one item stolen in this apartment. I mean, down to my panties and my socks. Nothing. We don't steal nothing, right? Everything we got it either from a store or a consignment store or junk shop, or we bought everything, right? Oh, as a matter of fact, let me tell you a sidebar. Look at my new acquisition. You see him? Look at him over there. You see the Asian kid, Asian boy? I assume he's a boy. Ain't he beautiful? Down in the corner. I found that at a little store this weekend. I haven't bought anything for a while. Anyway, back to my story. Nothing has been stolen, right? So coincidentally, y'all know that the guy from Bed Bath & Beyond apparently committed suicide after a couple of weeks after he announced that his company was downsizing severely. They were closing stores. They were on the verge of bankruptcy. He's dead. But I'm just saying that just because it's in the news today. But I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, right? When my mom, when her husband died, she sent all her children a piece of money. I was just moving to an apartment, so I went and bought a lot of stuff. You know, you gotta have all your pots and pans and all this kind of stuff. And there was a set of Cuisinart pots and pans that I wanted at Bed Bath & Beyond. They were something like $200, but I had no pots and pans, right? I had moved out of a situation where I had roommates, and I moved into this apartment. I need new pots and pans, and I wanted this set. I took the set to the register with every intention on paying for my Cuisinart pots and pans. I had already agreed there was nothing going to be stolen in my life from now on. That's it, right? I got all the way to the register with my Cuisinart pots and pans, excess of $200. It might have been $250, right? And I had a couple of other little things, and other little things didn't amount to much. They amounted to maybe $100. So when the young black guy, coincidentally, he would look like a teenager or something. And he rang up my order and was like, he said, well, that'd be $98, let's say. I said, no, you didn't ring it right. Did you get the pots and pans? And he said, no, I rung it up. It's $98. I said, are they on set? And then I made the effort. I had no intention of stealing anything ever again. But the kid was insistent that my check was $98. Well, I said, well, damn, maybe on some kind of special sale or something, whatever. I went on home, right? The thing is, I told the kid that he had rang it up wrong. This is a black kid. We were the only two black people in the store, it looked like. He was a black kid. This dude was ripping the store off. Not because he knew me. He's just ripping them off because maybe he's mad at him. I don't know what the hell it was. But anyway, that's the only item I ever acquired in this apartment that was had dubious background, shall we say. How'd I get off subject? Okay. So I got off subject. I got shit there. I gotta find my way back. Hold on. Wait a minute. There is no way. Baby, stop. Please have loving kindness and mercy. Thank you. Baby, I don't care who you are. And I should have listened to, that's what I was saying. I should have listened to the people in the chat. They were saying, they don't comp like that. They might give you a few dollars here off something like that, but they're not going to comp your whole trip. And they're certainly not going to comp your trip and then give you $300 extra to take home with you. And they're going to give you credit for another room when you come back. And they're going to give you a late check. They're not going to do that. These are people who worked in Las Vegas. I don't know who you are. I'm sure maybe you're still in the chat. They're just not going to do that, right? So it didn't make sense. I said, well, why was he so bold to even ask for all this stuff, bragging and all this shit about how I paid nothing. I paid absolutely nothing. I told them you're going to comp the room. You're going to give me $300. You're going to give me credit for the room. You're going to give me this, and I'm going to have late checkout. I'm going to do all. Why would somebody even think that they could do something like that? My original thought was because he's obviously done this before, and no doubt he probably has. He's participating in whatever scam, whatever way he can get some. Hey, a coin from it. I'm gonna get a coin from it, right? Because first of all, it doesn't even make no sense for him to go to Las Vegas. He said he don't gamble, he don't drink, he don't smoke weed, he don't even eat. So what the fuck is he doing in Vegas, right? This is trying to impress Mark, but also running this scam. So we don't know if he knew the employee or he paid the employee. You see, it could just as easily work that way. The employee could just as easily say, well, send me $300 and I'm going to do this and do that and do that, right? We can rip off his hotel. Either way, it was all a scam. And it required more than just him. So I'm suggesting that whatever this black person he said, he had to tell you what color the person was. I'm suggesting that he knew this person. He was either related to this person or just knew this person, right? Now, we're not saying that it's the same people who showed up at his house 3 weeks later that now staying in his house and they're doing all this old friend from college, all that kind of thing. It might have been a return favor. We don't know, honey. But I'd be willing to bet that's what happened. What y'all think? Hey, y'all, prepare yourself. He's not even a gambler. I bet he didn't get a free buffet meal. He want a free buffet meal going out the door. And they just gonna give it to him. Baby, let's just pretend for a minute that let's not make me the manager. We can hope that he's not that scandalous, but it's possibility you could have known people, because these people he went to school with, the college with, they all got jobs, right? They work somewhere, right? So it could be the manager, but let's say it's like the assistant manager or the night manager or somebody like that. Somebody he happens to know who has set this whole thing up with him. What am I just saying? God damn it. I just had a thought. It was so important. It was priceless. Let's say it was a night manager or something, and he had given all this stuff to. I am really struggling with this thought. Why would he be willing to risk his job for it? I'm making it that far. No. Whatever. We go to another thought. Okay, so why would the manager of this building or the assistant manager or the night manager, why would they want to comp him all this stuff? Is what I think I'm saying. I mean, why would it even occur to them to comp all this stuff? And why would it even occur to him to ask for all this stuff? Nobody's going to get, nobody would even think to even ask for all that based on the fact that this room was not chilly. Maybe it was a different shift where the manager came up and said, well, sir, if this accommodation is not comfortable for you because it does face the sun's coming in from here, and since you refuse to close the drapes or the shears, we could give you another room on a cooler side of the building where the air conditioner will work more effectively, right? Because I'm hearing all over YouTube now, people talking about the air conditioner ain't working. It ain't working because it's too damn hot. It's too damn hot, right? It ain't hot like it is in Vegas, baby. Vegas sits in the middle of the damn desert. We can move you to another. How do I know that room is going to be cool? I got no guarantee that room going to be cool. I got just ridiculous things that he would say, girl. How you got have it? Did you have a guarantee when you moved in that one, nigga? It offends me so much, girl. But they're gonna be out here calling everybody else thieves and crooks and all the shit. He's the biggest crook of all. Anyway, my brain ain't working right. I had me a Red Bull, not a Red Bull. I had some other shit. Sometimes I don't like coffee all the time, and some of these energy drinks have caffeine in them, but some of them have too much caffeine in them. I think that's why I'm struggling to keep my chain of thought on this thing. But I believe that I have expressed the sentiments of my heart. I should have listened to the people in the chat when they say, well, that's Timothy, that still doesn't make any sense, because why would they give him all that stuff? There's no reason to give him all that. It makes no sense whatsoever. So when they came in the place and offered him a different room, that would have been the jump off. But that manager, I'm sure they have 3-4 shifts because Las Vegas never sleeps. It's always awake, right? Particularly in a hotel, it's got to have staff there, right? So they offered him the room, right? He refused the room. When he's checking out, this is the time he chooses the time to check out. He even told the time he gonna check out, and there's gonna be a black guy there. I picked him. That manager was the one who was going to comp the room because a hotel doesn't comp a room. The building, the bricks don't comp a room. It takes a person to comp a room. I don't think that a hotel has been in business as long as the Mirage Hotel is going to allow a simple clerk to comp a room to the tune of thousands of dollars and give out vouchers and give out credit. They're just not going to have that kind of power. That person would have to go to their supervisor or the manager of that section. I would imagine a hotel that size, they probably have more than one manager. They have a manager of the hotel partner. They got a manager of the concessions. They got, of course, different managers of the casino and all this kind of shit, right? It'd have to be somebody in management to comp the room. They would have to sign off on it. I just don't see any other way. So we're talking about medium to lower management, right? So now, Jay Wilson, since you want to come on YouTube and brag to, I don't know, a couple 100,000 people who have access to YouTube about how you went to Las Vegas and pulled this scam, because a lot of people who work in the hotels, they say, well, I've stayed there tens of times. I've always had little issues. They have never, ever offered me no compensation like that. Certainly not because of the air conditioner. I mean, well, I know I'm in the desert, right? They have never offered me accommodation like that, right? Right? So you could cause these people their job, actually. They're doing it for you. They're doing it for others. They are scam artists, honey. I've encountered many kind of scam artists, girl. They work at a business, girl. That business sells transmissions. You need a transmission. Your cousin works at the transmission shop. All they do is fix transmissions every day, right? Your cousin writes it up as just a cleaning of the transmission, right? But you done put a whole new transmission in the damn car, right? Because that's your cousin, right? He has helped you to rip the transmission plates off, right? Why? Because he works there. What y'all think? All right now, Columbo. It came to me like an epiphany. I said, wait a minute, we've been here. I've been here before. Deja vu. In my Dennis the Menace voice, says Angie Dickerson. Mr. Wilson. Hey, Mr. Wilson. Did you get a hookup? Oh, that's what it's called, a hookup. I got the hookup, baby. You're right, Andrew Dickerson. That's what it's called, the hookup, honey. I remember now, it's coming back to my mind, honey. I know another guy, he always traveling all over the world. I said, how you able to travel? He's a retired guy. How you able to travel all these places, child? He traveled all over the world, honey. I got the hookup. I gave him $300. It was a character in the Epiphany book, right? Anyway, he paid off the guy who works for the airlines, girl, and he was traveling all over the world for a little bit of nothing. The hookup is what they call it, or the ripoff. If they are closing, they wouldn't care about him complaining. Why? What the hell they care? They certainly wouldn't care to that kind of tune. Not for no damn faulty air conditioner, child. It ain't chilly in here right now, child. Shit. Who the hell is chilly 120 degrees? Ain't nobody chilly. That damn thing is huffing and puffing, even if the air conditioner is brand new, child. You got 400 and 500 rooms in there, child, and you depending on the air conditioners, child. It's 100, and then you got the hottest room in the hotel because it's facing the damn strip. And a lot of people who are legitimate people say, well, listen, I don't want to be in there boiling for my vacation. They choose to have rooms facing a different direction or facing the courtyard. That these rooms are cooler. He had to know that, right? Oh no! Oh, I don't want no other room. I ain't got no guarantee it's gonna be cool. I ain't got no guarantee it's gonna be chilly. I want it chilly. and said, sir, it is impossible to make that room chilly, particularly if we don't even have your cooperation to close the damn curtains, the drapes in the daytime. Why do you need to see the strip? There is no strip in Las Vegas, child. The strip comes alive at night. That's why they're paying all these hundreds of thousands of dollars in electricity, honey, to light the strip up. That is the Las Vegas view. It is the strip, and it is when it's lit up. But no, you want to sit in the hot ass sun right in the window, blaring into the room. But you don't want a different room. It made no sense at all, Jay Wilson. You should have shut your goddamn mouth. Now, I'm guessing that after you made your little videos, since you do know these people, obviously they're either a relative or some kind of acquaintance of yours. They probably called you that same night and said, nigga, what you doing? What you doing, man? I can go to jail. I was just telling them. I was just telling them about my accommodation. They said, bruh, don't be on there talking about this stuff, man. This shit ain't legit. Stupid ass. He can't resist bragging on everything, girl. He got to brag on it all. He got to come on to the little $10 shirts. He got to brag on them, girl. What hotel is this? They're called the Mirage Motel, the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. It has recently been sold. They're about to tear it down. You know how Vegas, they tear hotels down. They do it all in one day. They have bombs in there strategically placed, and they can bring a building straight down and start building something else. We might be looking at a different building this year. Anyway, why would they just be giving him thousands of dollars, child? It'd be different if he found out a murder scene was in the room or some shit, or somebody came banging in the door at night, girl chasing by the police, jumped through the window or something like that. They might say, well, just take the room and go, you know. But for this, it never made any sense. And whoever you are in the chat, you are correct. Even if he did rip it off and he did have this bogus rip off of the room, it still didn't make any sense. The only way it makes sense is it's the person who was writing down the information, the person who actually comped the room, signed off on the room, only if that person was in on it. That makes sense. And even though they might be mad at the Mirage organization, I think that's the MGM hotel. Even if you still got to get another job after that one's gone, right? So being busted, even if it's at the end, is still could cause you great hardship in your career. You shouldn't even be working for no more hotels if this is what you're doing to them. Because if you did this for him, you've done it for other people. We could be talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. Insider trading, girl. He was insider trading, baby. Y'all know, I don't know what y'all, some of y'all are in denial, honey. Y'all want to believe this boy is something special. Ain't nothing special about Jay Wilson. That ain't nothing but a money-hungry carpetbagger, honey. Right? But she'll come on here with some other spin. She done thought of some other shit. Why would they give me the room? Oh, my sister works she works in New York City. Explain all 9 of them niggas. Where they at? Right? Or if they wanted to research and investigate your ass, Jay Wilson, they could probably try to find communications between you and a certain employee at the Mirage Hotel. They could do it if they chose to do it. Right? He lies a lot. He might have been lying about the comps. His whole internet personal lie, persona a lie. It is. Baby, we got to take it all at face value because he lies about everything. Everything is a lie. I don't know why you would come on her lying about some shit like that, though. Did he actually put the receipt up in the window? I told him to give me the receipt. I want a receipt showing me 0 balance. I got that money. Then she come back a couple days later. Oh, the room was paid for. The room was paid for. Oh. And then next day she come on. But I got a refund. They immediately refund my. You put a deposit on the damn account and it didn't go through because they canceled it, girl. That's what happened. Your account probably couldn't even carry $2,000. You ain't got no job, right? I think I ain't been to hotels in a while, but I think a lot of them require you to give them a credit card number, right? A credit card number, and they'll hold a certain amount of money on that account until your room is paid for. How you doing, Nicole Reloaded? Nicole Reloaded had only 35 likes. Y'all better like it. Would you please hit the like button? Thank you. What hotel is this? The Mirage Hotel. Okay, I'm behind again. Let me get caught up a little bit. Lowe says, most likely Wilson is lying. Remember, everything is for content. First, he said the room was already paid for. Then he said he got comps to go to Las Vegas often, and they don't do all that, especially 300 meal comp. Okay, I'm going too fast. I go to Las Vegas often, and they don't do all that, especially $300 meal comp. Right, $300. But the room had to be y'all see the rooms? The room is what they put the celebrities in, honey. Most people can't afford that. An unemployed chaplain, even if you were a full-time employed chaplain, you don't get rooms like that. Suites of rooms. The damn thing looked like a big apartment, not even a small apartment, honey. It was a big apartment. Somebody did that shit, honey. I don't get epiphanized for nothing. Y'all have a good Labor Day. Hope so. Tim is the new Nancy Drew. Why I got to be Nancy Drew? Why can't I be a Hardy Boy, honey? Y'all see, more will come out. More will come out. I'm betting that though them people done called him and told him to shut his fucking mouth about that room, about that whole. Move on to another subject, nigga. You get me fucked up. I didn't did this more than once. They probably got rooms all empty anyway because they're about to bulldoze the whole damn thing, child. They even had lavish furnishings and everything in them places, child. I don't know when that's supposed to all go down, but they need to be looking at their management. I don't believe that the clerk, the cashier, is going to have enough power to do that on their own without it being approved by the management or certainly their supervisor. I don't even know if the supervisor would have enough power to comp like that. Now, if you go in there and you gambling and you lose $100,000, they might comp you like that. I'm sure they do that all the time, honey. That's somebody else's department. Black Friday will be better in Cyber Monday. What happened? Are they going to have sales now for Labor Day? Are there Labor Day sales, Nicole Reloaded? Internet sales, Black Friday. That's coming up this Friday? And Cyber Monday is. So Labor Day wasn't just past weekend? I don't even know. Is it next weekend? Girl, I don't even know, honey. I don't care about no holidays. Y'all have to accept that, honey. At least it does make sense, Timothy. Finally, this story, it does make sense if you knew somebody at that hotel. That's all I'm saying. The hotel. Baby. Sweeney. Y'all don't know bus drivers let y'all on the bus for free? Be quiet. You be quiet. My baby. It's almost time for his haircut. He get a haircut, I think it's 22nd. No, 29th this month. Give my baby a trim job. Oh, their Labor Day sales today. I'm about bought out. I bought that beige that the boy had. He's solid concrete. I'm telling you the truth. I cannot lift that boy's head. I have to carry it like like that. For some reason, I love heavy stuff. But I used to have a lot of Asian art, but so slowly it got usurped by other stuff, you know. And I ended up giving away all this stuff. I said, shit, I should bring that stuff back. Too late now, you gave it away. It is gone. Dare She TV? I also think Wilson was lying. No reason for the hotel to give $300 food voucher at checkout. He was probably embellishing a smaller comp that he actually received. Or he was getting the food voucher from his friend. I think that's more likely. That if he got a food voucher, he got it from someone that he knew who also comped that room. I'll be looking at managers, assistant managers, supervisors in the hotel. I'll be checking check-in times and check-out times, right? And I'll also be checking the credit card. The credit, was it ever charged anything to him at all from the very beginning? I imagine no. They took that as a deposit. We're holding any charges on that room will be automatically credited to your credit card, right? But since they comped him before the charges even went through, he was never charged anything. That's why he's saying he wants zero and he wants a receipt and have the nerve to come up here bragging about it. I saw a black guy in there. Why would that even come into the conversation? You saw a black guy. Nigga, you saw your brother or you saw your cousin, nigga. Mm-hmm. I need to red ball back to hear how he popped him, Timothy. Yeah, just go on his page. He'll tell you all this shit that he got from this damn room. And that whole ridiculous, retarded ass story about how the room went chilly. Mm-hmm. Not even a reasonable story, child. So you're going to get them people fired. You might get them arrested because that really is a theft. And if they've done it for more than you, it could be a substantial theft. Right? He said he wants snow to come out the air conditioner. If the money I'm paying for this room, if I want snow come out the air conditioner, it better be snow. The money you are paying for this room. How does that jive with you not paying anything for the room, boy? Right? The money I'm paying for this room, the kind of money I'm paying. You over there in them white people's room, nigga. You know that one belonged to you. You stole it. You and your friend stole it. Right? Don't get people digging too much into you, Jay Wilson, with all this bullshit you coming here bragging about, girl. Some people can start looking into some of this stuff, child, if they want to. If that was my goddamn hotel, I'd be looking real hard into it starting today. Ho. Bragging about something. Something you stole. Yes, there are Labor Day sales today. There are not. Well, sometimes sales are just making you buy stuff you wouldn't ordinarily buy, honey. If I'm not all that impressed with sales necessarily, unless it's something that I actually need. Many times you go out there buying a bunch of shit you never even want, it never even occurred to you, but because it's on sale, you buy it. Like Jay Wilson, he went and bought a whole bin full of shirts. Everything was 60% off. Chili. Yes, Wanda, he wanted chili. I wonder if that dump he stays in that damn prefab, what do you call that goddamn track house. Is that chili? Cheap ass motherfucker don't even turn all the lights on in the chandelier. What are the odds that he turns the air conditioner all the way up? I wonder how we can scam us a new air conditioner, Jay Wilson, in San Antonio. No ways he can produce snow. That's right, Molly. You tell him. He said, I want it hot as the Mojave Desert. It better be hotter than my... I mean, all these demands like he's... What the fuck are you talking about, boy? Even if you were a chaplain. Chaplains don't live like that, nigga. I gotta go to Vegas. Oh, no, I don't gamble. No, I don't gamble. But why don't you give... As a token, Jay Wilson, why don't you give your subscribers back that $2,000 you said was $300? That was the first couple of hours. Why don't you give back that $1,000 or $1,500? Why don't you give it back to your subscribers? Say, well, listen, because you can go on Cash App and just see what was subscribed to you. You say, well, y'all gave me that money to spend on my vacation to gamble in Las Vegas. Since I don't gamble, I did not gamble. I did not pay for my food. I did not pay for my room. All that money went into my pocket. And so now I'm giving it back to you guys, right? Because I got it under false pretense. I knew when I went on this vacation that I had no intention of paying for it. Why would I pay for a trip to Vegas when I don't gamble? Was really all this because I was so excited about seeing John Legend? Didn't I come on here and criticize John Legend's performance? All I did was talk bad about it. Why would I go all the way to Vegas to see that? Right? What were you doing there? Oh, it's his birthday. It's somebody's birthday. It's somebody's birthday. Did you get him back, Jay Wilson? It's gotten to the point where we're not going to make it. I guess neither one of us, at least one of us, wants to be the first to say, farewell, my love. Goodbye. Mark said, let me go ahead and get this trip before I dump this food. I already dumped it months ago, right? But let me go ahead and get this trip. Mark, I'm telling you, boy, you sound like you're a person who's a normal, regular person who has a job, a wife, and a child. Don't be out here with Jay Wilson and let Jay Wilson get you in a car wreck, honey. Getting free, getting over. It ain't all about how you got over, honey. That boy messed your whole life up, child. You know good and damn well that a nigga that buys you a $15 to $25 wallet for Christmas, child, is not buying you no damn $3,000 trip for your birthday. You know that. Come on, Mark. Think about it. I'm sure he had you wait over by the door. Let me handle this. You want me to help out, Jay? I can help out some. No. You keep that. You keep that. I'll be right back. Go get the Uber. Go get the Uber car. Probably got an Uber telling, step on it. Scamming Jack Passer. I love exposing his punk ass. Be careful who you disrespect on here, boy. I'm sure you wouldn't, when you came in here talking the shit about me being on fixed income. I didn't know you was on a fixed income. I didn't. When you were doing all that little clown act you was doing, bitch, I bet you never dreamed that I'd be riding your neck for the next 3 years, girl. And it ain't over. It ain't over. Don't call it a day. How much longer will you have to live this way? Well, disrespect people, talk to people like they're homeless or something, girl. Stupid ass. All up in my Social Security. Oh, that's from the government. That's money from the government. They're gonna put you out. The government gonna close down and put you out in the street. Yeah. Every time I think about it, nigga, it makes it easier to come after your punk ass. And all I'm doing is telling the truth. It's exposing you for what you are. Right? So let's see what the scam is going to be. What the twist is going to be now. Every time you try to report someone on the punk ass, he comes on here with some other new spin. Now, what's the new spin, Jay Wilson? Wouldn't surprise me if them freeing some out of town, they might be the ones that worked at the Mirage Hotel. I can get you a trip. I can get you a trip. Wanda J. Wilson brought his prayer cloth to pray over the sinner gamblers and booze drinkers. Booze drinkers, baby. What was he doing there? Sitting in the living room being chilly. Hi, Charles Dawson. Happy Labor Day. When is Labor Day? Is it today? I'm confused now. I don't pay much attention to day holidays. Was Labor Day yesterday, today, or is it next week? I don't even know. Nicole said they're having the sales today, so I don't know. Prayer cloth. They need to on the prayer cloth. Oh, we didn't even make no money on the prayer cloth. We didn't even make no money on the prayer cloth. Well, why did you have the prayer cloth, nigga? Make it make sense. Why would you come up with this whole damn campaign about these damn prayer cloths? It wasn't lucrative. Vivian buys the prayer cloth. She stitches the damn embroiders the prayer cloth. She ships the prayer cloth off, and his only interest is he gets the money. That's why he keeps her over there. See, Vivian is an airhead. There ain't nothing to talk about no Miss Vivian. But yet he got to put Vivian on the high pedestal. Oh, you said that's Vivian. Why you keep making Vivian so important? Because she's the only slave that you can find, girl. You don't find too many people like Vivian. There ain't nothing special about Vivian at all. She can't even hold a conversation, girl. But she keeps doing all this shit for you. The prayer cloth money was profitable to you because you didn't do anything. You didn't even ship them out. Let alone, who wants Jay Wilson to pray over their prayer cloth? If Jay Wilson pray on something that come into my house, girl, I would burn it on the stoop. I wouldn't just throw it in the trash because I don't want nobody else to be cursed. I would have to burn it. I didn't say I had no powers. I didn't say I had no powers. Well, what is the point of the prayer cloth then, nigga? It ain't got no profit. You ain't got no powers. You ain't even prayed on it. It didn't even come to your house. You said on the phone, oh, yeah, God bless it. And that's supposed to be worth something? How the fuck is something come out of your mouth worth something, Jay Wilson? You're not a pastor. You already admitted it, girl. It was all a lie. And even if you were a pastor, what does that mean? Got the power. I thought the Bible said you had killed the prophets. Girl. Self-appointed prophets. Lord have mercy. Hi, Miss Piggy. You and Charles Dawson, y'all getting here late. I'm about to sign off, child. Lazy scamming pastor. Has he said anything about looking for a job? Or is he waiting for the next chaplain assignment? Whatever. So somebody goes on vacation. When you have a temp, I mean, you call in. Okay. We got Chaplain Johnson going on vacation. He's gonna be gone for 8 days. Can you send somebody over? This is what he's waiting on. I come on YouTube. It's easy money. I don't beg. It's easy money. Jay Wilson, YouTube is your source of income, probably along with unemployment insurance. Although I don't know if they even give unemployment insurance to people who are temps, because you didn't get fired, as far as we know. You didn't get fired from your job because you don't have a job. You work for a temporary agency. I don't know that would be considered losing a job, though, because on a temp agency, you lose your job every week. Those are not permanent jobs. So I don't know that I can accept that unless you scammed. I mean, you seem to know every trick in the book. You can get unemployment by being laid off of a temporary assignment. Did the temp agency fire your ass altogether? But since you were only a subcontractor for them, you didn't even work for them, really. Right, Jay Wilson? But you want to go on shopping sprees to Northern Raptor. Then you want to take your cruise paper. Wait a minute, take a moment. We got to pray for the cruise ship. Lord knows how much that cruise ship's going to be out. I'll just leave it at that. And do the people who own the cruise ship, did they also own the Mirage Hotel? Sir dumbass. Let me see what else y'all say. Is it hot in Houston, Charles Dawson? Didn't y'all have some issues in Houston recently? It's hot here. I guess it's going to be, I hate to complain. I guess it's going to be 70-something. 70, it's pretty warm here. I'll put it like that. I know people are going through 100-degree heat. But we're going to get a couple of days of this. So I can't complain. Hush now, don't explain. There's my book, The Epiphany. Thank you, Nicole Reloaded. The Epiphany, if you're ever going to read a Timothy Blaine book, I know people don't read like they used to, but if you ever want to read a Timothy Blaine book, I would suggest read The Epiphany. That is a favorite, my favorite. Or it has been a lot of people's favorite. I got more reaction from that book than any other one. But Love and Gospel Music, the original book, if you like a big book, it is a full-size novel, 450 pages, if you like big books, right? What curse? The curse is on Jay Wilson's prayers. When he prayed for you, look out, honey. And still calling himself pastor. You ought to be ashamed. Aren't your family ashamed? Didn't your sister come on here at one point and say, when did he become a pastor? I never knew he was a pastor, girl. Oh, it's just something I say. Oh, it's just something I say. Raised up in the church, so he say. And yet he still want to play with God like that. Play with the church like that. Well, I got a certificate. I'm ordained. Y'all hear the skateboarders out there? My baby going crazy. He goes nuts over them skateboarders. I'm telling you. On the street, he try to bite them. He be chasing. If I don't hold him tight, he'll chase after the damn skateboard. I wouldn't let Jay Wilson pray for my dog. Oh, he better not pray for mine, honey. Oh no, child. Black screen. No way in hell, honey. My dog having kidney complications, everything else. He's a YouTube Jack Pastor. Change your name to that, Jay Wilson. Jack Pastor. A YouTube sensation. I'm a Jack Pastor. Jack Leg Pastor, they used to call him, child. Some of them didn't even finish high school, child. The pastor he is, it made no difference whatsoever. I would love to get some testimony about some of these people supposed to be in some of these classes that he is. I went to seminary. I know a lot of people went to seminary, child. They ain't more pastor than you are, right? I would love to see how he participated in some of these classes. I'm suspecting that most of this is online stuff, and this is before they even had Zoom, right? Copy and paste. Stephanie D, yes, I am saying exactly that. So, Tim, you're saying his sister didn't know he was a preacher? No, she had no idea, honey. She learned on YouTube. The nigga went over here on Sunday morning talking about he a pastor. He having services, right? That's one of the biggest ripoffs there is in the world, right? Because they play on people's faith. They go in there. All you got to do is look at whatever one paragraph. I mean, who can't study a paragraph, child? And they come in and act like they got a sermon kind of thing. He thought he could do that and then become a YouTube sensation, right? But when them coin was coming in that good, right? He discovered that by being a messy bitch, he could do more. They pay more for the messiness, right? The slop and the mess. So she became the messiest bitch on here, right? To hell with the ministry. I guess that didn't mean that much anyway. Child, please. He traded his soul for the mess. Because they paid better. I'm only here for a coin. Coin keep me here. I'm beefing for dollars. Just so stupid, don't even realize what a strange conversation that is. What a strange take. When you're begging for people's money, to be constantly talking about how you just here to get the money. Stupid. You never had nothing. Never had nothing, girl. Successful people are not going up and down the street talking about that, how they doing it all for the money. I'm here for the coin. I mean, girl, they just get the coin. That's what they do, honey. When they're successful or something, girl, they get paid for it. Anyway, people, I done run my mouth and run my mouth. Tim, have you ever been to Houston? No. Today is overcast, but hot and humid, 82 degrees. Whew. No, Charles Dawson, I have to pass. I don't like the heat. Now, this city here is surrounded by 3 bodies of water, the bay, the ocean, but it's still hot. And it's hot even in the 70s. So, I'm not real big on it. That's why I don't go to Vegas, because it's always so hot. Hot in Vegas, hot. A lot of the gays, they retire in Palm Springs. So I have friends that live there, but I ain't going to no damn Palm Springs. 120 degrees, 115 degrees. That's their regular. This global, climate change is making it like it's hot every damn where. But these people, that's their norm, is 110, 120 degrees. No, I've never been to Houston, brother. I can't come now because San Antonio, I might be drawn to go to San Antonio and commit a, I ain't gonna say it. I can't say the M word. I got to be able to have distance. No. I was not in Texas. When it happened, I was not in Texas. I don't like traveling that much, really. I really don't. Even when I go to New York City, I do enjoy that city, but that last hour, 2 hours, miserable. Legs cramped, back cramped, We'll see. I'll be going to New York soon when the weather breaks. But then you got to get them when the heat stops, and then you got to be careful. You don't want to go up over into the winter, right? The fall. Maybe you can just catch them in the fall and you'll be okay in New York City. But you don't want to be there in the winter either. Not like we're hanging around outside, Well, you want to be able to walk around the town. No, his sister never came back. His sister got mad at me because she came on one time. I was on one of his lives, right? And she said, I want to say something that Timothy Blaine. We didn't sleep on the floor. Don't tell him, sister. Don't tell him. We had our own room. Then they uncovered last week the big house they moved out of the trailer into the house is smaller than the trailer. The house had 2 bedrooms, 1,200 square feet. It is live online, child. It's a ramshackle dump. They lived there for their entire life. In fact, some of the families, I think they still live there. Right? So there was never any massive moves to the suburbs, child. Jay Wilson, you the only one made it to the suburbs, girl. There may be some of the girls do better. You don't talk about them brothers. I don't think you knew them. My suspect is that your brothers, that did not come from the same mother. That was from a whole different family. How in the hell they gonna be in their mid-20s and y'all are infants? I believe it's true, but since you can't tell the truth about nothing, you just got to piece it together yourself. These brothers he claims, I don't think he knows those people. That's a whole different family, raised in a whole different house. Soul Sister number 1 show said, yes, it's so hard to catch him on live. Soul Sister number 1, you don't get, when you hit the bell. See, I never do that. I just go on, I just turn it on whatever is going on. I don't think enough to actually plan a certain time or anything. But I thought you just, when you click the bell, they can notify you. We all know that, YouTube is not the best for that. Yeah, so I don't come on at a regular time. Tim, you got a haircut. Yep. Haircut and my squeenie dog getting his. I think he got 2 more weeks. I think it's 20-something. But mine is only $20. My dog's is $100. Ain't that something? And he just a dog. Oh, you're not on the same time, Soul Sister. I'm sorry. Well, we're glad to see you whenever we see you, honey. Don't worry about it. We appreciate you. Y'all have a wonderful, what's this, Monday? We off to another week. Y'all heard about this guy, Bed Bath & Beyond guy? Apparently his company has been taking a nosedive lately. They announced 100 and something shops closing. I think it was just a couple weeks ago. And this they were facing foreclosure. And they got all these financial problems with Bed Bath & Beyond. And now the guy done jumped. Well, they haven't got the conclusive. It sounds like he committed suicide by jumping off a roof, off of his 20-something story apartment building. Maybe there's some investigations going on that we never know. But these rich people suicides. I mean, we understand people like Epstein, people who are facing prison time for the rest of their life, who have done all these heinous crimes and things. But we don't usually hear about these rich people just killing themselves. Not since the Great Depression, when they was flying out of windows and things. I don't think nobody pushed him off. He's about to lose his job. They're laying off massive amounts of people. The company's about to face foreclosure. We don't even know the whole story. We just get a little tip of the story. So it sounds like he killed himself. That just happened this morning. So we got to see. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Love you guys. Later.